So, I'm not a medical doctor, so it's very important to remember that in this video because I'm going to talk about medication. People do tell me all the time I'm on medication, what do you think of that? Or I've used medication to control my anxiety or my, panic attacks, etc., etc. So, obviously there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not a doctor, so it's not my place to say whether there is or there isn't. But there are two things that I do know about this, which are the following. If the nervous system has been traumatized, if it's caught in a cycle of fear from childhood or from abuse or from an accident or from whatever has happened, a medical condition, lots of things, right? And sometimes it's more than one thing, sometimes it's a series of things. Whatever it is that brings you to the point of asking for help, that is something that's caught in the nervous system, so to speak. So it's like your response and your fear and your anxiety and your panic is, in a way, your nervous system responding to something that is no longer happening. And medication can't change that, and a doctor can't change that. So if it's actually something that's in the nervous system, so to speak, there's no real um, there's no real way to alter it other than inside of the perceiving body, that is the mind, right? So medication can certainly dull it, medication can certainly lessen the experience of it. But the problem with that is that actual nervous system dysregulation will not change from medicating it. And that's why a lot of people come to me and say, I've been on medication for a long time and it's not helping. Or I've been on medication and I don't really perceive much of a difference. And I'm not saying medication is wrong. For some people, it works. But for those who are reporting to me this problem, I would say that's the answer why. Moreover, another thing that a medical doctor is not able to do is change that perception because that's not their job. A medical doctor's job is not going to be to sit with you and change the way your nervous system reacts, right? So it's not even the doctor's fault. It's like going to a Mexican restaurant and ordering, Italian food. Like that's just not what they do. That's not their work. So if we have a nervous system dysregulation issue that's causing whatever it is, irritability, anger, irritation, sleeplessness, headaches, all the stuff, brain fog, moodiness, all the things that people report, as symptoms, those cannot really properly be addressed by a medical doctor if, in fact, there's no other reason for them. So, yes, the doctor can medicate you. Yes, the doctor can tell you to go to therapy. But at the end of the day, the medication doesn't take away that dysregulation. And the doctor does not take away that dysregulation. So, the only way to really address it is through the part of the self that's dysregulated, which is the subconscious, or you could call it the soul, or the mind, or a part of the mind. And so that's why I am here doing what I'm doing because that is a thing. That is something that can be done. And if you're at the point of noticing that other things haven't worked for you, this is something to consider is like, well, why? What is the reason why? So that's why I'm here. That's why my business exists because I do think that it's possible to undo those perceptions of the mind. And I absolutely believe that we are not stuck in our nervous system situation permanently. Are we going to have to live through it because of the circumstance of being alive? Yeah, we are. But do we have to suffer continuously and always be in a dysregulated state? No. It's something that can be addressed in a hypnotic environment, in a therapeutic environment. So I'm not a medical doctor, I'm not a mental health care practitioner. I'm not telling you to take medication or not take medication. I'm not here to evaluate your own decision. But I am here to say I have seen it lots in my office and I've seen it in myself that in the end of the day, the medication doesn't get to the heart of the matter if in fact it's not a chemical problem, which many of these are not. Many of them are, as we have been saying, nervous system dysregulation issues. So those can be addressed. And if you want to address them, please reach out to me so I can tell you more about it. If you have any questions, of course you can ask. This is Maya Alapin in Montreal, Quebec. I'm not a medical doctor or a mental health care practitioner. Thanks for watching.